Hello and welcome back to this old bench. Unfortunately, Justin called in sick today, so I'll be your host for today's episode. I am very excited to be talking about pedals with our close friend from Japan, the owner of Cult Pedals, Yuichiro Hosokawa. 細川さんどうぞ。
お願いします。
よろしくお願いします。じゃあ細川さんせっかくなんで、はい、ぜひ細川さんのやってることを海外のオーディエンスにもお伝えできればと思いますので、もしよければ会社の紹介なんかをしていただければと思うんですが、
はいはい、カルトは僕がだいたい5年ぐらい前に作った会社ブランドで、はいはい、僕が好きなものを売るために作ったブランド会社ですね。はい、で今までは僕とつながりのあるブランドの、はい、エフェクターを、売ってきたりだとか、はい、僕の方からすごい権威のある人にエフェクターをお願いして作ってもらったりだとかしていたんですけど、はい、最近はカルトオリジナルのエフェクターも、ねはい、販売してるっていう感じですね。
で、あれちなみにヴィンテージのペダルもいいものが手に入った時は売ってたりとかもしてますよね。
そうですね。結構そのカルトの僕の知り合いの人たちが、プレイヤーとかコレクターが、ヴィンテージのものを売りたいってなった時に僕のところに持ってきてくれて、それを売ったりもしてます。
じゃあレアなもの、ヴィンテージものを探してる時はカルトのサイトをチェックした方がいいですかね、たまには。
その通りですね。
わかりました。じゃあヴィンテージペダルの話つながりということで、この持ってきた2つ、はい、ちょっとどんな感じで入手したか、ちょっとヒストリー的な部分を教えていただければと思うんですけど、はい。はい、まずこちらから。
パークのファズサウンドは、7、8年前に、すごい有名な、はい、楽器業界の、音楽業界の方から、譲ってもらったもので、はい、その前の所有者もすごく有名な方。はい、ちょっとこの場では2人とも言えないんですけど。で、中身もフルオリジナルで僕すごい気に入ってる個体ですね。
なるほどね。はい、
で、ハニーのベイビークライングの方は、これもまたすごく業界では有名な方だったんですけど、はい、国産の日本製の楽器を、大量に所有しているコレクターの方が、コレクションを引退するときに僕が譲り受けたものですね。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。はい、で、これなんかは例えば、違うブランドなんかでも出てますよね。バッジ違いで。はい。そうですよね。はい、これもそうなんですか？バッジ違いっていうか、ラベル違いで出てたりとかもあるんですか？
これはカラーサウンドとか、で一番有名なトーンベンダーマーク3が中身にそのまま入っていて、はい、中はソーラサウンドが作ってるんですね。なので、いろんなメーカーが作ってる。これ自体も OEM。パークが作ったわけではないっていうことなので。なるほどね。
これが、はい、ちなみにこれはどうなんですか？
これは、ハニーが、OEM で作っていたのは、シャフツベリーと、ユニボックスだけです。それ以外は新鋭が作ってます。ハニーと新鋭は別の会社なので。
全く別なんですか？はい。実はなんか話を追ってみると昔同じところで働いてたとか、そういうことではないですか？会社がよく昔枝分かれしたじゃないですか、日本のね。はい。はい、
それも多少あるとは思うんですけど、はい、別の会社であることは間違いないです。
そうですか。
はい。もともと新鋭はハニーがいた頃はピックアップだとか全く違うものを作ってる会社だったので、
なるほど。
ハニーが倒産するときにラインナップを受け継いだみたいです、ね。
なるほど。はい、わかりました。ありがとうございます。はい、じゃあ細川さん、ジェイミーが彼の個人で所有してるコレクションも持ってきてるということなので、ちょっと彼を呼んで、彼のコレクションなんかとちょっとこれを比べてみたいと思うんですけど、どうでしょうか？
はい、そうしましょう。
そうしましょう。
はい。
Come on in, Jamie. Hello.
はい。
こんにちは。
What a coincidence.
I know. Woo. How often do you get to see those together?
This is the first time I've seen two Park Fuzzes together.
Yeah. Awesome, man. We're very excited to try them out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, Jamie, have you ever been inspired by those pedals you see in front of you now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
The Park Fuzz.
That's that.
The Honey, I've actually never played one of those, but
for real?
In the Fuzz Master General, these are all in like the Super Fuzz. Like I feel like more people know the Univox Super Fuzz.
Yes.
But they're all in that family.
That's
Fuzz Master General.
That's that.
Totally inspired by this.
That's that.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think you'll be super fun to try those out. Yeah.
I think so.
Which one do you want to start from?
Let's start with the Park Fuzz because I'm really curious of these two, how these two sound against each other, and then how this compares to all of them.
All right, man. Sounds good. Let's try it.
All right.
All right, guys. So let's start playing, and then let's start from the Yuichiro's Park. Wow.
Definitely a big difference in volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded awesome though.
Yeah, it's a little fuzzier too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Is that, do you think because of volume?
Raspier, probably.
Yeah,
it's probably bringing out a little more high end.
Yeah, and then you came up with this
based on
this
this
that.
one.
All
Yeah.
right, let's...
That's good.
It's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Pretty close. This one has some mods, obviously.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Fuzz can get clean. So kind of implemented the fuzz control a little bit different. It uses different transistors.
Right.
These transistors are much lower gain than these ones.
Right.
But there's been a couple little adjustments to make the just vibe of it as close as possible.
Okay.
Which I think when you max out the fuzz and you max out the bass, just how I would use the pedal.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I feel like it's pretty close.
Okay. And then maybe you guys can school me on this too, but normally vintage fuzz pedals like that, you can use the regular power.
No,
right?
yeah.
How did you make it so that this can take the regular power supply?
So this one, it uses just a voltage inverter IC to get negative 9 volts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I think we all noticed a crazy volume change.
Yes.
This is quiet.
Yeah.
Like a lot quieter. And I know you like it loud, but it's not like, you modified this crazy and made it louder. So yeah.
So this one, I bought this on Reverb. Whenever, like probably a year before this came out.
Okay.
So I'm not really sure exactly when. It was probably like 7, 8 years ago. Could have been 10, 100. I have no idea. No concept of time. But this is exactly how it was when I got it. But there's something special about that one.
Is this your first Park Fuzz, the vintage?
It's my first and only vintage Park Fuzz.
How about yours?
Yeah, this is the first one. Yeah.
But they made a bunch of OEM rebranded stuff.
Yeah.
It's so deep, man. Like, I don't know anything about it.
It really is. And I think that, you would know best, I think. Here, but I think,
exactly.
If I'm not mistaken, this is just a tone bender Mach 3 rebranded.
Okay. Cool.
It could be the other way around, but I believe it's that.
Do you think you know what's going on inside when you open them up?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yes, let's try.
Let's try it. Let's open them up. All right. So
can you spot the difference?
違いわかります。
間違いそうです。
We're testing you.
いやいやいや。
どうでしょうか。じゃあちょっと見ていただけると。
コンデンサー。キャップした
はい
違いますね。
はい。
これもセラミックが違いますね。
different ceramic?
Ceramic cap.
Condenser?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so one register of value.
The value is different?
Yes, the value is different.
Yeah. Okay. The color.
I think that is the one that is on like the typical factory schematic 3.3K.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think
this is a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the blue thing here.
Oh, yeah.
And now.
Caps.
And this. Yes.
And are those parts made in UK, like European parts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. That.
Okay.
I think those two.
Yeah.
細川さん、ボリュームドロップは何なんでしょうかね。Yeah, what's causing the crazy volume drop?
これが落としてるね。ボリュームを。
はい。
そう。それを落とさないようにしてるのがこっちのモディファイされてる。
The jumper.
Yeah.
Does that mean yours is modified? It's just a jumper.
I believe it's modified. This is how mine came, and my guess is this is probably a pretty popular mod with this. So coming out of the tone control on the schematic is usually a 220K resistor into the volume pod. And mine is left alone but obviously jumped. So it's just out of the circuit, which is less resistance, which obviously means more output volume. But it's also going to change the frequencies in response just the tiny little bit too.
So when you were designing this, you knew about this trick, obviously. That's how this has a bunch of volume.
This
volume
is removed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we try to jump this and see if it makes difference?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Why not? Let's see. This works.
Okay.
I noticed a lot of vintage fuzz collectors. They don't even want to mess with the one soda joint. You know.
Yeah, I would always love to keep my stuff. Exactly how I got it. I feel like I cross a threshold. Like once I decide I'm not going to sell something, I'll ruin it. I don't care. All my vintage guitars have some kind of mod that ruined them for other people.
Good job. 哇 That was it.
Yeah.
This guy. So I guess any of people that have this pedal, and if they don't like the volume drop, that's what they need to do. Basically.
Pretty much.
That's cool. All right, guys. So let's move on to the next pedal. So good old Japanese pedals.
All right.
All right. So Jamie, we got those Japanese pedals out, and from what I understand, this is based out of a vintage Japanese fuzz or fuzz pedals. I don't know. You got 3 switches here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it covers different pedals, but
no, it's just like a heavily modified version of this.
Okay.
Exact pedal. This Ace Tone Fuzz Master. I probably got that pedal like 15 years ago. Something like that. Maybe a little more recent. I love it. I love the shape of this enclosure. This is what we modeled the Life pedal enclosure.
V1.
The V1.
Yeah.
I like that the tone selector, which is usually that slide switch, is just a foot switch. It sounds different. It sounds different than a typical Super Fuzz.
Okay.
This Fuzz Master General is definitely modeled after this with like a more, I would say, traditional style fuzz control that goes from clean to full fuzz.
Okay, yeah.
Where I feel like in here it's kind of shifting the frequency responses as it's getting more gain, but it's affecting more stuff. And then this voice control.
Yeah, what are those?
Is a diode switch, so it uses different kinds of diodes.
Okay.
But what's kind of cool about this one is there's a setting where you can turn the fuzz all the way down, and I believe put this in the center, and you get a really almost perfectly clean octave up, like analog octave up, which is
like a tentacle kind of.
Yeah, kind of like the tentacle, but the tentacle's dirtier. This one is like it's pretty good sounding, like ring mod style, like analog octave up. And then the tone control, which you wouldn't really find on here, is actually something that is fading between the 2 settings of the tone selector switch. So it turned it into an active tone control, so you can get all the ranges in between. So all the way here is, like setting 1, and all the way here would be like setting 2.
Cool.
And then you get everything in between. And then, more output volume, because why not? Plus it's got this cool Fuzz Master General name, which is stolen from the metal band Witchfinder General.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I didn't know that. And this was out for only a few years?
Yeah, the first version of it, I think there was only 4, maybe 6 at the most. It was in like a bigger box, and it sounded roughly the same as this one. And then we put this out probably 2012.
Okay.
And it was part of the line for a while.
Okay.
Probably like 5-6 years. just discontinue it.
Yeah, when you discontinue this, a lot of people in Japan are like, oh man,
Yeah.
the Fuzz pedal is awesome,
This is definitely one of the pedals where we discontinued it, and then like 2 years later, people are like, wait, what? We can't get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, then are you familiar with this one?
I've never played the Honey. I'm familiar with Honey as a brand. I don't even know if I've even seen that one. I'm sure I have, but like, it's not really ringing any bells. No.
Maybe he can cover it.
Yeah.
But 細川さん、これってリブランドで他のバッジで結構見るような気がするんですけど、同じ筐体で同じスイッチのレイアウトで、そこら辺どうなんでしょうか？
それは、ハニーと新鋭っていうところがまた2社あって、ハニーは67年から68年の後半ぐらいまでしかないんですよ。その間に作られたリブランドのものっていうのは、シャフツベリーとユニボックスだけ。その後に新鋭がラインナップを引き継いで、その後にいっぱい広がったっていう感じです。
じゃあ新鋭がハニーをテイクオーバーというか、買ったんだかわかんないですけど、部品とかパーツとかこう、もういただいてるとか買ってるんですかね？
その可能性が高い。
だから、そのハニーがなくなった後でも同じような筐体とかで。
そうです。
よく見ると。
そうです。ハニーはもう本当に一番最初だけです。
Alright, so do you wanna try this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start. Where do you wanna start from?
Let's start with that.
Honey? Alright, let's do it.
Unresolved.
I like it.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, this has a different frequency response and sound than, my Univox Super Fuzz.
Yeah.
Gain's pretty low right now.
It's pretty low, but also it seems like, my pick attack is really hard. But if after like the initial attack, if you let it ring out, it seems like it kind of smooths out and it comes more high gain. So you're hearing a little more of the clean like sneak through every time I hit. But
I like the octave up sound.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
When
like
this was the low gain. Yeah. It's cool, man. And then okay, let's try this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope it works.
It works.
It works. Yeah, it sounds cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, different.
It's different.
Yeah. So loud.
Yeah.
It's loud. It's definitely louder. It sounds more high gain too. I think that like all that like weird intermodulation stuff when
Yeah.
I play multiple notes.
Yeah.
It sounds really cool with this one. It's almost very ring mod.
Yeah. You know how to make those sing too, though. I have to tell you. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, like whenever we see like fuzz pedal, demo videos and stuff, some people just don't play like that.
No, I mean
they try to play too nicely, and I'm like, dude, that's not the fuzz, man. All right, so again, you came up with this based on that kind of modified version of this. これちなみに聞いたことあるんですか？今まで弾いたこととかは試されたことは。
実際には弾いたことないです。
Yeah, he's never tried this before, so let's hear it.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a higher gain, I know that, but
all right,
let's find out. Let's start there.
One,
yeah.
Okay. Yes!
That little bit at the end is my favorite
That's
thing,
awesome.
where it just sounds crushing.
What is your favorite mode out of those three?
I really like like that middle one, but when you do like sorry, the volume's all the way up. Which is a very clean octave up.
Yeah.
And that reminds me more of like a tentacle. But I also just like that too. Yeah, I mean they're all different.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of in the same family. This one like sounds more modern,
right?
As it should.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's something I like a lot about this one though, where it's just real dirty in the way everything.
They made a few
together.
different versions of this, right? Yeah, I feel like I've seen.
I haven't really played the other ones.
Yeah.
他のはどうですか?
Yeah, this is the best.
This is the best.
Yes,
okay. Cool. Do you want to take a look at inside of the pedals?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Can you tell what's going on, Jamie?
Oh yeah.
Inside, yeah.
This circuit board always, every time I see some kind of like super fuzz related circuit,
Okay.
it's like I know when you see the schematic, it makes sense. But the layouts of some of these old pedals, when they do the resistor standing on end and like they kind of pack it all in together, it's so confusing to follow on the circuit board. Like if you're trying to do repairs or like just follow, the path, the signal path. It always gets me with these.
これはちなみに何年生なんですか?
67.
So this is 67. This is
around 72 or 3.
73? Okay. So it says FM2 here. What are the other models? 他のはモデルナンバーは?
FM1 and FM3.
FM1, 3?
I feel like you see more threes than you do ones.
Okay.
But that could just be me when I'm looking.
Gotcha. So thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Yuichiro, for coming out today for this episode. And then I hope Justin will get better soon. And thank you for letting me step in as a host today. If you have any ODQD pedals you want to be featured on this old bench, please email us at info@earthquakerdevices.com. ありがとう guys.